What up, YouTube? Mr. Mac here. Welcome back to the Mac Shack for the next episode in our Lynx FC FM 2020 Road to Glory. This is the Chainwreck, and you find us here on the eve of our first ever Europa Conference League group stage match against Vorskla, having come off of a couple of really big games for us. You might be able to get some hints from the main screen here that we are landing on. Probably the most exciting thing to see here is almost $10 million in the bank balance. But we will have a quick look at the fixtures. Last time you saw us, we lost 3-4 on aggregate to LASK Linz, and ended up in the Europa, or losing the Europa League playoff, falling into Europa Conference League Group D. Since then, we had a 3-1 win here against College Europa. You see Kelvin Morgan, Denilson Carvalho, and Julian Larson all getting on the score sheet for us there, which is fantastic. And then we had a sellout crowd at the Pepe Reyes Cup, and back-to-back sellout crowds as well in Gibraltar, which is fantastic for us to play against. But you can see here a 1-1 draw after extra time with Lincoln FC and with Lincoln Red Imps, and then a loss on penalties. Kelvin Morgan scoring the 8th minute, a own goal in the 53rd minute to Bradley Bunda. I mean, take a look at this. It's probably a little bit harsh to call it an own goal, but then I don't really know what else you can call it. From a corner, we try and head clear. Marquez tries to head clear. Banda actually catches it and then steps back over the line with the ball in his hands, and no dice there. The penalty shootout, everyone made their penalties except for James Hill, loanee from Nottingham Forest, who has certainly not, at this point in time, lived up to the expectations that we have of him. I will say that much. We're certainly looking for more from him over the next few weeks as we see how he develops and whether or not he actually sticks around as an important player. I'm willing to have a little bit of faith in him here as we continue forwards, but he's going to have to work hard for it. I'll say that much. So, yes, here we go. First group stage game. Brad Power struggling a little bit for match conditions. So what we're probably going to do is pop Jamie Serra in to the squad as a replacement for him. We are, meeting a little bit in the way of conflict in terms of our squad size here. And I think Serra may be quite out of his depth playing in the middle of defense. I don't know whether Niall Serra is actually going to get us anything better. Maybe slightly better. He's definitely more comfortable playing in that role as a stopper. Now, Galliano with a suspension as well after the last game in the Europa League playoff. So he's going to be causing us some problems as well. Jaden Parody here getting set to come back into the squad. As you can see, he has copped a couple of negative stat growth there from his broken leg. James Hill has not been turning it on for us, and Bozio has been playing quite well, so we're going to leave him in. Probably there will be a sub there later on in the match. Kelvin Morgan has definitely had Valdivia's number as well, and Julian Larson probably on track to be the signing of the season at the moment. Tyler Bury, not quite as exciting. Sean De Los Santos, the fans are a little bit disappointed with him at the moment as well, so that's why he starts on the bench. It's one of those games, We are massive underdogs. We're here in this huge stadium for what is probably one of the biggest games in the club's history. We're going to give it our best shot at giant killing. He's fit enough to play. Galliano, look, I've got depth and talent. We should be okay. Niall Serra, he can last the full match. That's what we're planning for. Really, we'll just leave this the league table the same size. It doesn't really concern us what happens in the other groups at this point in time, especially being the first game. We just want to see what's going to happen with us. And we managed to scramble that clear there after a couple of quick chances. Definitely a clear-cut chance to Vorskla there. So Grinshin with the goal kick up the field. It's going to fall to Vorskla as well. They're going to bring the ball down through their winger. We're doing a fairly decent job of just jockeying for position there. Tyler Bury, I believe, on the wing, making that play. It would be lovely if we could actually turn the ball over here, potentially get a touch on it. They've strung through a number of passes together. Kudzankov on the edge of the box, just outside the area now, crossing in to the header of Azarov. It goes over the bar, which we like to see. We definitely like to see that. Another potential series of good passes here by Vorskla is going to put us on the back foot. We do get a foot in and sort of break up the Azarov attack there. I think that's Jamie Bozio on the left. And this time, Kacharenko heads over the bar too, which I am pleased about. 20 minutes gone. I've accidentally clicked analysis again. We're going to demand more from the boys and see if we can refocus some of them. As you can see, they're tiring pretty quickly here. We have had a number of fixtures in quick succession, and we are continuing to work hard and try and push for any advantage we can take. So halftime 0-0, great start. 16 shots to 1, not so good. I like the scoreboard. I don't like how we're getting there. But we're gonna say, look, there's nothing to lose today. Go out there, give it your best shot. There's a lot more to come. I'm so pumped for you guys. I don't understand how they can get less motivated and happy when I tell them that I believe in them as well after they've watched the captain, feel confident and believed in. That's the first time I've seen us touch the ball in a highlight. It was Larsson's header straight to the opposition. So Sherbak now with the ball into Koba, across to Machenko, to Mazyak. And that is a great goal there by Puzankov. Alexander Puzankov. Getting the job done. Let's try something that's not defensive for a little bit here. And we'll say show some passion. We've got the ball. Larsson's turned the ball over again. Lovely. 50 minutes gone. Mazyak playing the ball up the inside. That was a very long-range effort there from Vorskla. We've got a highlight, so let's see just what happens here before we make any decisions about substitutions. Bozio plays to Jolly, back to Bozio. We've strung a couple of passes together now. Kelvin Morgan with a touch. Denilson Carvalho on the ball. Isaac Vinay is going to pick up the scraps there after it was headed clear by the Vorskla defence. We play across to Tyler Bury now to Kelvin Morgan. And his header, really probably should have taken a touch there. Maybe chested the ball down to his feet, tried to hit it on the volley. I'm not in his position, so it's probably pretty hard for me to say. Larsson hasn't had a great game. We're going to leave him in and just give him the opportunity to do a little bit better. Leon Clinton is looking a bit puffed. Tyler Bury's been trash. Probably we need to take Elverfontaine out and put Bounty in. So again, we're going all three of our subs at the 60-minute mark. These things happen. Carvalho here with a set piece. It's open headers like that we really need to capitalise on, and unfortunately we haven't been able to do it here through Larsson. But, yes, we're still on the ball. Valdivia here now plays to Vinay. Vinay brings it sort of inside the box, sort of just loses the ball. Denilson Carvalho is going to win the race for that one. Bozio plays it back to Vinay. This time he gets the cross in, but it does get shut down again, and Vorskla possibly on the counter-attack here. Coming back through the middle of the park now. Mazyak going to play it out wide to Azarov, who has got acres of space. curls it in, and thankfully the header is not on target. 20 minutes left to play now, so we go attacking. We say, show some passion, boys. Come on, give me something. Give me anything here. Azarov with a throw for Vorskla. Into Koba, back to Azarov. We sort of bottleneck him into the side there, but we're not enough. And Alexander Marchenko makes us pay yet again. Brilliant volley from the top of the box there. I really can't argue with the quality of that goal. And unfortunately, that sees us now 2 goals down. Now, we don't have to, beat these guys on aggregate. That just thundered against the post. Banda was nowhere close. 28 shots to 5. I mean, I can understand why we'd be disappointed with this. It has not been a good offensive showing for us at all. Into injury time now, another throw for Azarov. I'd love to keep it to 2. I'd love even more to get 1 on the board here, but it's not looking like that's the case. And when you leave them with that much space in the area, they're going to make you pay for it, aren't they? And really, that's what happened there. Beautiful looping ball from Azarov across the area to Chivayev, who was wide open, hit it perfectly on the volley. And it's probably going to be a 3-0 win to Vorskla there. I'd say probably they're going to be top 2 in the group. They were seeded 2nd. Now, the team that was seeded 4th actually managed to hold Genk to a draw. So, potentially, we have some options there. Look, it was just one of those days, boys, I think. Don't be frustrated. Don't be down on each other. These things happen, Yeah. Oh, that's Ghent, not Genk. Yeah, so, this sort of thing is going to happen occasionally, and we are probably playing well out of our depth here in the Europa Europa Conference League. So I just had to remember what I was actually saying there. Clinton has improved, which is fantastic. We'll take a quick look at the calendar here. You can see we've got 2 games in the National League to get through before the next game at the end of September against KRC Genk. So I'm going to make a quick cut in this video, and we will be right back for that game very soon. And we are back, and we have had 13 of our players called up for international duty, which is fantastic news. Michael Ruiz has progressed from the under-19s to the under-21s, and as you can see, he's actually been getting quite a bit of success in the under-21, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm talking about there. Graham Griffin is getting some more caps at an under-19 level. We also have Bozio, Power, Morgan, Clinton, Jolly, Banda, Galliano, and Jamie Serra all being called up. Unfortunately, De Los Santos was dropped. He hasn't had the best run of form for us lately, and he's been sort of in and out of our squad. However, he did score for us the only goal and the winning goal against Manchester 62 FC, and I think one of the very interesting things that I'd like to point out to you right now is that in some of the games that we've had in Gibraltar recently, we've had a sellout crowd away, a sellout crowd at home, and a sellout crowd at home, as well as a huge crowd away from home against Mons Calpe. So you'll see here De Los Santos has scored. We won against Manchester 62 FC. We also beat Mons Calpe 3-1 with Kelvin Morgan scoring in the 20th minute, and then Valdivia coming on 10 minutes into the second half and getting 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes just to really seal the deal for us. And we are glad that he did, because Tyrone O'Neill scored in the 3rd minute of injury time. It was an absolute screamer, but yes, we've got that. So now we are here ready to go against KRC Genk for this match. Now, we have been rotating the side as well, so we have been giving some rest to our players that need rest. Now, apparently, Power and Jolly play fairly poorly when they play together, so I'm not sure if switching sides for them actually is going to help us or not, but you know what, we can try it. I actually don't like that either. I prefer him sitting in cover. We'll see how we go with that as we continue to play. It may be to do with the combination of players that are either side of them, but we're going to bring those guys in. And I think it's probably time that we start looking for a goalkeeper to replace Bradley Banda, because he is starting to look a little bit out of his depth at this level. So we're going to go Bury, Clinton, Galliano in the midfield. Carvalho as attacking midfielder. And then I think probably we play Valdivia as the super sub again. We leave Larson and Morgan on, just a little bit more pacey, those boys there. I'm going to sort of leave the rest of our squad the way that they are. We will go into our match preview here. I've had worse odds. So we're not going to be too stressed about that. We don't know a whole lot about Genk. They're not one of the leagues that has been loaded here. You can see they did have a draw with Atromitos in the first match. So I'm hopeful maybe we can do better than what we have done previously. We've got a number of players here on the verge of being suspended. I probably wouldn't mind that for the next game, even though the next game is the one that we're probably most likely to win. But we'll see how we go here. We're going to make sure that we tell the boys that we have faith in them. We're going to head to the tunnel here. And look, it wouldn't be a catastrophe if we lost, but 2 losses in a row does make it hard for us. It also means we don't get that sweet, sweet prize money, which we are loving, certainly, from being a part of a European competition this year. So the more of that we can get, the better off we will be. Big set piece there going to absolutely no one, unfortunately. And Genk are coming at us here. Heinen with the ball, playing to Nygren. Rusovski back to Cuesta. Out wide to the winger, back to Nygren. Back to their winger, in and just over the bar. So we do live to fight another day. 20 minutes gone now. We're not looking too bad. Hill with a set piece, plays to Galliano. We are in the rain here today by the looks of things. We go back to James Hill. Galliano's not going to make a run, so Hill will take it down the wing himself, crosses in, get nothing out of it. Tyler Bury on the ball, plays into Kelvin Morgan. And he just heads over the bar there. Now, I don't know if that counts as a clear-cut chance. It doesn't. It's not a half chance either. So that's not too bad. 30 minutes gone now. We're still in this. We're going to demand more. And we'll see what comes of this. Bender plays to Elva Fontaine, who gives it to the other team. And Genk now coming back with the ball. We do manage to get numbers in front or between the ball and the goal, which is exactly where we want them, really. They go out wide again, and Galliano this time with the interception. Plays some quick play with Hill and Clinton. And Clinton just bombs it long straight to De Weest. And Genk are coming again with the ball. This time, James Hill gets turned around. Bradley Banda seemed to have been blindsided by that. I thought maybe an easy catch for him, but he does deflect it and it goes out of play, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So, Galliano now receives the crumbs from the corner, takes it up the wing right to the sideline, turns it inside, threads it between a couple of players, and Hill kicks the ball away to end the highlight. I was just getting into that. So right now we've been pushed back quite considerably, and I think maybe being at home, now is the time for us to sort of step forwards a little bit, and maybe we go from defensive to cautious. We'll tell the boys, hey, keep it up. You're doing pretty well. I know we can do better, but, you know, I'm happy so far. We'll demand a little bit more of them coming out in the second half here, and we'll see what they can give us. But really, things are going okay. A highlight to start the half off is never a good thing, especially when we don't have the ball. I'm hoping that they're just going to kick the ball here and the highlight will end at some point in time. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. I don't even know what happened there. I think the header came in, Banda got a hand to it, it hit the crossbar, and then we cleared. Thankfully, we don't need to watch their corner. They're making a sub here. I'm getting a little bit more ambitious the longer the game ticks on, because I know that we're closer to, bringing something from this. Hill plays to Clinton, and Clinton goes on a bit of a run through the middle of the park. Plays it up to Larson now. He just sprays it out wide to Morgan, who takes it almost to the corner flag, but manages to get it off. Galliano to Bury, and Bury still, I think, looking for his first goal for the club. Cannot get the job done. So, now it's time to cast a bit of an eye over the squad. I believe we take out Larson and we put in Valdivia. Larson certainly hasn't been one that we've been... he started so well, and he's just seemed to have fallen in a hole after that. We really did miscalculate here. Oh, no, we didn't, because we just swing Clinton out wide, and then I think we bring in De Los Santos. He's had some good runs lately. In fact, we're going to leave Clinton where he is, and we're going to bring in De Los Santos for Denilson Carvalho, because Denilson Carvalho has not had the best of games in the attacking midfield position there. Probably hasn't got a lot of the ball, so we can't really blame him for that. But again, we go and use all of our subs with 20 minutes remaining. I swear one day I'll get good at just, making one change at a time. But that day will not be today, as Genk come at us again down the wing. James Hill with almost a good challenge. Disrupts the attack. Doesn't come out of the ball there. De Los Santos as well, disrupting the attack. Unfortunately not coming up with the ball. And Genk are going to pass it around their little midfield triangle. Nygren here, potential to send it out to the winger, and that's what Horovsky does. Now they get the cross in. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Headed against the outside of the post and out of play. 10 minutes to go. Show some passion here, boys. 5 minutes left. We may as well commit everything here. A draw is nice. A score is better. That could be one of the sayings of the team here. A score for us, obviously, is going to be ideal. Valdivia hits it from outside the area. Scares the goalkeeper just a little bit. And now Bury gets his head to this corner. It doesn't clear though. Hill does better this time. Doesn't give away a penalty, which is lovely. Galliano runs it in circles. Takes it to Hill. Gives it to Power. We lose the ball. Hagi bringing it back up the field. This time an open shot from someone. They're just queuing up to take a shot here. Genk. There was about 7 of them on the edge of the area. Bury's going to take the ball, play it long, a missed header. Kelvin Morgan is going to tackle the goalkeeper, and we score. There it is. Kelvin Morgan grabs the goal for us, and we now hold a 1-0 lead against the top seeds in the group, KRC Genk. And I've told the boys to concentrate. We've got 1 minute of injury time to go. We're on very defensive. Galliano plays the ball. Morgan runs onto it. Could we see a cross here? We can, to Clinton at the top of the box. That one clatters against the bar. We almost went 2-0 up. What a thunderous strike from Leon Clinton there at the top of the box. 30 seconds left to play. Hill with the long throw to Morgan. Morgan back to Galliano. To Hill now. Hill looking probably to send a curling ball in with the left foot. We get a corner. Okay. We're certainly not going to rush here to take the corner in front of our home fans. Imagine this. Clinton sends a hanging ball over. Power gets the crumbs. Plays it back to Clinton. Clinton puts one in this time. Morgan gets his head to it, and Van der Voort saves this one quite comfortably. The long goal kick, that is it though. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won our first European group stage game. Kelvin Morgan with his 25th career goal for Lynx FC has given us the win, and with Atromitos and Vorskla tying, we are currently second in the group. Incredible result there. You'll see we certainly got lucky, I think. 21 shots to 13, 9 shots on target to 4. We had no clear-cut chances. We had no half chances, apparently. Yeah, look, and also no players on yellow cards, which is good. Boys, that was really special. They're all overwhelmed by the feedback when I was telling them to concentrate. Brad Power hasn't been performing well in training, but got player of the match. Bradley Banda with a 7.2 as well. They just couldn't get the job done. We're going to get $300,000. And the board are pleased that we're being competitive. So that should actually tip us over the $10 million mark, and it does. Great things are happening here. Yeah, here at Lynx FC. So before I go and do that press conference, Kelvin Morgan, what a run of form he's had this month, hey? We are probably, definitely going to be coming back, and we will have a triple header in the next episode. Yes, you heard me right, a triple header. We are going to play. Actually, no, let's not do a triple header because we've got options here for a double header. And then we may take it to the end of the season. I'm not. Tricky one, really. It probably makes more sense. Yeah, we'll play Lincoln and Atromitos in the next episode, and then we'll probably play Atromitos and Vorskla, and we'll have a look at how the league is shaping up. We've actually got what I would consider quite a good run home here, definitely playing probably the bottom 6 teams in the last 6 games, so really excited about that one. Yeah, sellout crowd. Kelvin Morgan with the winner in the 88th minute. Good things are happening here at Lynx FC. But that'll do us for today. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe. We have weekly Football Manager videos coming at you, as well as other content on the channel. So make sure you check that out as well. It's been great having you here, and I will speak to you soon.